You can download the Rig Manager software from the Kemper website. Make sure that you select the correct version for your computer operating system. Also make sure that you are using the latest release version of the Profiler operating system. It is always good advice to use the latest version of the Rig Manager and the Profiler OS. After installing the Rig Manager, please input your author name and your Kemper user login data. Now you can copy rigs from the Profiler into the local library and access the rig exchange from within the Rig Manager. Call up the Rig Manager, then Preferences, and select the General tab to input the same author name that you use in your Profiler. You can find the name in the System menu of the Profiler under Edit Owner. Please make sure that you use the exact same name, including upper and lowercase letters and spaces, in both the Profiler and the Rig Manager. Only then will your personal rigs and favourite rigs be identical in both the Profiler and the Rig Manager. Click on Rig Exchange and log in with your name and password for kemperamps.com. The first sync between Rig Manager and the Rig Exchange might take a while. In order to use the Rig Manager with your Profiler, you have to connect the Profiler with the computer using a standard USB cable. Once you've done that, switch on the Profiler first. Once the Profiler has fully booted, start the Rig Manager on your computer. Rigs from the Profiler will be loaded as soon as the connection is established. The Rig Manager is divided into 3 sections. On the left side, you see different locations and folders divided into rigs and performances. In the center, you see a list of the rigs, and on the right side, you see the inspector, which provides all the relevant information about the currently selected rig. All Rigs lists all available rigs on your computer and on the connected Profiler. Local Library hosts all the rigs that are located on the computer. You can organize them into subfolders that you can create yourself. Rig Exchange shows all the rigs from the user Rig Exchange. My Profiler lists the rigs that are inside your Profiler. If you have changed the name of your Profiler in the System menu under Edit Owner, Device Name, you will see that name instead. The same goes for Performances. All Performances shows every performance, while Local Performances only lists the ones that are locally stored on the computer, and performances that are stored in the Profiler are listed under My Profiler. To copy rigs from your Profiler to the local library, you have to click on My Profiler first. Next, select the rigs that you want to copy to the local library. Click on Edit, Copy, and now the rigs are copied into the clipboard of your computer. Now select the local library. Click on Edit and Paste. Now the rigs are stored on your computer. You can also use key commands for the copy and paste procedure. The fastest way is to drag and drop the rigs by holding the mouse button down. If you want to use specific rigs for a band or a production, it's a good idea to store them in separate folders. Use a right mouse click or control click to create a folder, and then copy the rigs from the local library or the Profiler into that folder. The inspector on the right side is used to edit rigs. Let's do this with a rig in the Profiler by selecting a rig in My Profiler. The Profiler has to be in Browse mode. The headphone icon on the left indicates that a rig can be previewed from the Profiler. You can preview any rig in the Rig Manager by double-clicking it. All of the info relevant to the current rig is displayed in the inspector. Click on any field to edit it. Using the computer keyboard makes this much easier compared to using the knobs on the profiler. Use the tags to provide useful information regarding the rig to make it easier to organize your library. Editing performances is just as easy. You can see all of the relevant information of a performance in the inspector. In addition, you can also find information about the slots. You can see the slot name, followed by the name of the selected rig, plus the amp and the cabinet. Each of these names can easily be changed using the computer keyboard. You can also enable or disable any of the slots or change their order by dragging them with the mouse. Rig Manager will also speed up the naming and organizing of performances. You can create a performance directly in Rig Manager. Choose an empty memory location in the Performance section. Choose File and Create New Performance. The new performance is created and you can give it a meaningful name. Now you can populate the slots by copying rigs into them. Select a rig from your library and choose Edit and Copy. Select the performance and the desired slot. Choose Edit, Paste, and the selected rig is now in your performance. You can export rigs or performances from the Rig Manager to a different location on your hard drive. Choose one or more rigs or performances, go to File, Export Rigs, and select the destination for the files on your hard drive. You can send the resulting KIPR files using an email client or upload them to the Rig Exchange at kemperamps.com. Rigs can also be imported and exported using a USB stick with your profiler, but performances can only be exported using the Rig Manager. Rig Manager gives you direct access to all the rigs in the Rig Exchange. All you have to do is log into your account in the preference settings of the Rig Manager. You will now find all the current rigs of the Rig Exchange ready for previewing and importing into your profiler. You can create a complete backup of the Rig Manager's content, but this only covers the files that are present on your computer in the local library of the Rig Manager. Go to Tools, Backup Rig Manager Content. Choose a destination on your hard drive and click on Backup. All data is now backed up by date. If this function is not available, it's because the Rig Manager is busy in the background rebuilding the database or connecting to the Rig Exchange. In this situation, simply wait for a while or go to the Preferences and deactivate Use Rig Exchange temporarily.